Hey everyone, guess what? You silly fuckers. We're here with Christian. Christian's from a band called Necrofier. Necrofier are fucking amazing. New album coming out. It's called Transcend the Oblivion, February 27th. I almost, I almost said synth.
Yeah.
Okay. Via Metal Blade Records.
Yeah.
Uh, Again, Christian, thanks for taking time out of your day to come hang out and chat. I'm I've been listening to, of course, Transcend the Oblivion and uh the last album, something something Southern Night.
Yeah. Yeah. Burning Shadows in the Southern Night. Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
And I so I like that. I like them both. Don't get me wrong.
Mm.
Uh, That one starts out with that light, like instrumental that, and then it blows your face off.
Yeah. That's kind of the idea with it.
Yeah, and then this one blows your face off and gives you like reprieve between between the three acts, which is fucking really neat how you did that.
Yeah. It's the first time I've ever done anything like that. I was real excited. It took a little bit extra things to kind of make it all come together, like and more planning overall than kind of just say placing some songs. But I'm really happy how that ended, especially with the breaks between them and stuff with the interludes and things like it makes it where the record's more of kind of a whole piece rather than just kind of a song here and there kind of thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more of an entire piece of art versus what I think we tend to look at pop music more as like, oh, it's a couple of singles and a bunch of filler.
Yeah, especially now. I mean, I feel like that's more than ever where pop's gone to it's a single and the other songs don't matter or whatever. Even I mean, beforehand it was like kind of like that too, but especially I think nothing and like kind of more popular things is done as like a piece like it's an album anymore.
Yeah. Well, not
I think people don't. I mean, in that kind of world, people don't even release albums.
no, it's all singles.
Yeah,
I talked to who's that? I talked to one band and that was what they said is they're gonna just release singles, and the singles that do the best they're gonna release on an album. And I'm like,
that's
oh,
weird. 'Cause, like, I mean, I'm not into what is it? I'm not into things like where it's done for, especially if it's music or art and things like that, done for somebody else. So like having like that, to me is just insane.
agreed. I think to get, I think you're probably a lot like me. You look for the authenticity in the music, which is,
Yeah, you can hear that stuff, especially in our scene. I mean, like Jesus Christ, like you can listen to something and like, what the fuck is this? Or and like not every single band has to be original, because there's not a way to change things too much without making it like, like what the hell is this, or just goes off into be something completely different. But you should still create stuff for yourself, and you should like it, and not with the audience in mind. That's weird.
yeah. I think at that point, it's not really art. It's more of like,
Oh yeah, then
this
it's
is,
just content.
yeah, yeah.
Like
I
that
don't
kind of
know.
stuff, like people doing that, or just musicians online playing cover songs on their social media and stuff like that. Shit's annoying.
Well, I mean, that there's a reason that some people watch it and some people don't, right? Some people are
I mean,
into
don't
it,
get
you
me
know?
wrong, it's okay to do those things or watch it. It's just there's a big difference because like that kind of stuff, there's a big difference between like art and content, and like and I feel like a lot of things modern is more content than it is anything to do with art.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I think we're in a society where everything is like content driven. What can I turn this into instead of
Yeah,
what do I want to create? And um, it's really weird, especially growing up in a time when there was no social media. There weren't fucking everyone didn't have a video camera. So like if you were an asshole, you were an asshole and you probably got knocked out,
yeah. Now
or
you just get online, and know. Yeah, I think like a lot of problem is people don't have to suffer like repercussions of things they do because they can just talk online and think everything's cool. Also, a lot of people who do that aren't really I feel like wouldn't talk to that way to somebody in person.
No. And if they did, they would get knocked the fuck
Yeah,
out. You
exactly.
know, that was it's the internet has created a lack of relationship or a lack of understanding that, hey, if I do this to this person, they're gonna do something to me. It's not just, haha, fuck you, whatever, off. Cool, I'm out of here.
I mean, it also extends. I feel like the internet. It's like there's a big lack of empathy where people think that like they can just do things and it doesn't affect people or others people's problems don't matter or like like in certain like in some scales they're not wrong but like there's it's just too much everybody just thinks they can say whatever and or that they think their opinion matters.
Right. Well, everyone's got an opinion,
I
right?
mean it's having an opinion is a real thing but like commenting on every single thing with your opinion is not needed.
No. Come on, Corey Taylor.
Yeah.
Uh, so, so I know Corey's watching. So, let like let's get back to the important
Okay.
thing, the music, because we could bitch about the internet and current day
Yeah,
all day
I could do
long.
it all day.
Yeah. So, what was like for you? What was the driving force to go, hey, I want to create this epic album differently than I have previously?
I mean, as a band, I think we collectively wanted to do something that was more, it was like a more put together record. Not that our other ones weren't, but like more cohesive record. That would be a better word. And we came up with the concept of the record, and then Dauber came up with like what's we could move this into being like a 3 act kind of thing, and then I was like, oh, that actually works with what the concept of the record is, and some stuff I've been writing, and then it just kind of all came together like that.
Hell yeah. So how long did it like? How long did it take you guys to kind of put everything together from, I guess, the first note?
I mean, some of that because I'll start working on songs and like recording stuff all the time. So, I mean, technically, since the last record ended, I've just been like, I'll write things, and some things make it where it gets to the other guys, and some things don't. Same with them. But I mean, I would feel like we started working on it, maybe like start to end, like 6 months, as far as like, hey, like got together on it, discussed ideas, put ideas together, recorded it, and then finished up.
Now, did you have things left over from the last album, like riffs or whatever that you?
It wasn't. I wouldn't say there was anything left over. I mean, there was some ideas I think I wanted to explore, and some music, like some things I was working on that didn't make it on the last record, but they weren't intended or left over kind of thing. They were. It was more like, okay, cool, that's done. Now I'm working on this, except it maybe happened right after, like we got done with the last one.
Right. So you were like, okay, cool. I this is something I wanted to explore, and it wasn't right here, but I'm gonna do it here.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of that stuff, especially with the stuff like music and then like topics like we work or topics that are discussed on the record and things like that. It like moves in a constant evolution of well, like I wouldn't have wrote this record and didn't 5 years ago, but now like this is where it is, and then whatever we do next will be what that is, depending on like whatever like time, mind frame, and space that everybody's at whenever we do the next record. So
Yeah, I think that's where this is a snapshot of our band and this time period really goes. Now, with that in mind, do you ever go, okay, like we're do you ever think about the live show in that also? Like,
I
oh,
think
the
I don't like usually don't think in the live show when we're doing things as far as it goes with like how we're gonna pull it off. Like studio stuff, I'm just like, we go do things and then we'll figure the other stuff out later. I don't, like that recording in the studio and then playing live, it's like a whole nother world. So usually it's we kind of I think we create something and then we adapt how we're gonna do it live.
okay, that's that's cool. It's
Because we don't
neat.
like the other thing is like I mean we don't have to play everything exactly like it was played on the record anyways. It's
Well, then the argument then is, why do you go to a show? Now, I'm much like you. I don't go to a show to listen to the record,
yeah.
right? I can do that at home. I do like to see a band maybe explore, not so much like jam bandy shit, but do
I know
things
what you mean.
a
Well, you can
little bit different.
there's certain things where you're like, hey, I feel like this feels like how this should go. Just play it like that. Like what it's like. I mean, there's no there's no like album police walking around going like. I mean, there are if you're in I guess certain genres, but what is it? But you, for the most part, you can kind of do what you want to do. And I feel like, and that kind of stuff makes it like, yeah, like you said, it makes it more interesting. Or like you go see the band, you're like, that band's crazy. I was like, they do all this stuff. It's the song, but it's not exactly there, and it's kind of wild. Things like that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like if I want to be entertained when I go to a show. I want the
Yeah,
band to do something that I'm not expecting. You know, not not to a Gigi Allen perspective. I don't want someone to throw shit at me and maybe punch me in the fucking nose,
yeah,
while they're performing, but to have a variation on the songs because that's I'm not a jam band guy, but like I think that's one of the things that helps solidify their audience is every show was unique in that aspect, right?
yeah.
So
Something when it's just you don't know what's. I mean, yeah, there's certain people are special where you can show up for their shows and you don't know what you're gonna get, and that's a whole nother bag. But like having kind of at least having like something like cool, we're getting into something you don't know exactly, like it's gonna be something different than like or entertaining is like, I mean, I feel like why people go to shows or why I go to shows.
yeah.
And
So
that can be
why
done like, I mean, it can be done in all sorts of forms. It could be done like with performance, it could be done with music. It could just be good at how tight of a band you are or something, like it's like or how it makes like, how you're playing makes me feel. I mean, there's a bunch of different factors because it doesn't have to be one specific thing, like, to make the show good.
well, it never is, right? It's
Yeah.
always I always feel like it's a culmination of everything, and that's, if we look at, I think a lot of bands like the music is the culmination of what those two, three, four, five people did together, right? And that's like them
Yeah, because you
coming
can't like you change somebody out and it changes the atmosphere. But it's yeah, it's like those people creating those things with that night is tough because like is different, like and it can be. I mean, like there's a lot of similarities between a lot of performances. I feel like with bands, depending on who it is, but like the core of it changes. Depend like it doesn't change too much.
right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's if the core is there, it shouldn't.
Because even bands I know had like I had a terrible show tonight, and I was like, okay, like depending, you can have a terrible show. It's fine, and it does happen. But just because I feel like when you're doing it, and you've done it so many times, the difference between what you think was a bad show and what other people think is bad is not the same thing.
Not at all. Like, and that's, it's funny you bring that up because when you hear a band say, man, we really were off tonight, we sucked. And the audience is like, holy shit, I think that was the best show I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Like, what the fuck?
yeah. I mean, the other thing is like, yeah, I guess when you're talking about how you feel, I like bands. I feel like bands are talking about how they felt about the show because they didn't watch it. I mean, I don't even remember most of the shows we play. Like
Sorry, I'm like dying over here for some reason.
but yeah, I don't remember most of the stuff when it happens. Like the time right before we go on stage till we get done a little bit after, it's kind of like it's if the show is good, it's a blur. If I was if I was in my head and stuff, I get like that messes with me, and then the show isn't as good. But I feel like a lot of times I don't remember most of anything that happened. I know we played. I can remember the aspect of playing the show, but not specific things.
Right. Yeah. Do you like, I guess when you're on stage, do you feel like you're in a zone?
Yeah, I mean it's like a whole different world. Like through either because you can put yourself into the state through kind of like meditation ish kind of things or drugs, alcohol, whatever you choose, like that. But it's like it's always been something different where I feel like it's like especially in Necrofier, it's more like leaving into a different kind of like plane where you're at and then playing so it comes off so it comes off a different way than it's just like it's not me playing.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, it's it's wild to think about. I guess for everyone it's a little bit different, right? Everyone has their own like uh thing they're going through, right? Like their pre-show ritual or their show ritual or whatever. Um, so it's interesting to hear like some of those things that everyone does.
Because I don't
Um,
do that kind of stuff like with depending on like bands I've played in or bands I play in. Like what I do with Necrofier is different than I would do with like something else, things like that.
yeah. So what do you do different with Necrofier?
Necrofier, there's like it's like I try to detach from like and like let go of who like I am for the show. So it's kind of like I'm free of like I'm not me, like I'm who I am in Necrofier, and then it's kind of like detached. So I'm not thinking about like the world and things like that. It's more just kind of like connecting on a different level with like either the music or the audience or something else. There's not like limitations of like that's like regular things, or if I say something, it's not me talking, things like that.
Oh, that's
It's
fair.
kind of like a detachment. So it's like, and it's at the same time, it's like it's a big release for me. Like it's just as far as everything else goes. So it kind of sits in that world somewhere.
It's like a performance, I guess, similar to
Yeah,
an actor, right? Like you've
yeah,
got
yeah,
your
very similar. Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty cool. Huh. Now your Necrofier personality, do you have like a big backstory on that?
Um, Not like a bunch that I can go into on that. But yeah, I mean, it's like, I mean, I would say you could say persona, or maybe it's like more like, I guess maybe the proper term would be like possessed or something like that. But it's just kind of, it's in that range. Yeah.
Okay. That's fucking cool. So when you guys hitting the road?
We're working on some, we don't, like, we're doing MDF and we're doing this Fest in Mexico coming up and we're playing Acid Bath next month. But then we're working on some tours for America, except we don't have anything that's done yet. We are going to Europe later this year, except that's not announced yet either. So just like working on a bunch of like behind the scenes plans for stuff to do this year, kind of, or stuff we're gonna do.
Yeah, that's cool. Are you guys planning to do the States?
Yeah, we'll do the States for sure.
Okay. Because I
We
want
just
to
have
see.
some of this, like we like to go out like with the right people and the right bands and things like that, where and we don't take everything that's offered to us. We want to do like the right things for the right uh we want to do the right things for the right reasons rather than just take a tour for the sake of us being on the road.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Huh. I think, and some bands take everything they can get.
Everything.
And
Because I don't think we need to be like, I mean, we're not a huge band or anything, but we don't need to be on the road all year long, and we don't need to be out with things that we don't think we should be on tour with, and it just like, that kind of stuff would just make us. I mean, it just makes you not want to do things that you should do.
yeah,
If you're on the road with a band you don't like and the shows or whatever, and you're not having a good time, the thing's stupid. Like it's like it just kind of ruins like the reason you're doing it. And I understand some bands that's what they do, and all they do is play shows, and um, they can't be as picky because it's just like their sole job, But especially like where we're at and what we do, it's like we just want to do what's right and what's good for us, rather than like, oh, cool, we're gonna go out with something that makes totally no sense. Oh, it'd be a
right.
big tour. I'm like, I don't care. Like, it's not gonna do anything for us.
I mean, you're gonna go out with what's her fucking name? Taylor fuck, I don't even know.
Taylor Swift. I mean, yeah,
Oh,
like,
that one, yeah. That
yeah.
would be
I mean,
hilarious.
yeah, like, I mean, that's like a giant stadium thing that would do nothing besides make us look like clowns, and also like, you know. But I'm talking about even in our world, like where there's certain things like if we got asked to go out with like cattle decapitation, it'd be like, no, like why would we go out with them? We don't sound anything like them. We don't fit with anything like them.
Well, it's like I kind of understand that, but I'm going to play devil's advocate, right? Like I feel like people are more ready to have like mixed genre bills now.
They are, and I'm not saying I wouldn't go out with death metal bands, but like I would say like I wouldn't go out on tour with cattle decapitation, but I'd go out on tour with Deicide.
Okay.
It's just there. I feel like, and it's just like there's small differences between all this stuff, and like I can see it, and it makes sense to me. So, but like it's
Well,
just
yeah,
being,
it's your band. Like I'm
yeah. I
just
mean,
over here
it's
fucking
just and it's just like I like if I can figure I know what I think works best for us, what we'd fit with or go or like would be a good fit rather than not necessarily everything just because it's heavy kind of thing.
Yeah. Do you
Even
ever
more
feel
like
like,
breaking it down even further than whatever like because some of the I don't know, it's just like it's a by band kind of thing, you know. Like
sure.
certain bands have certain different vibes or this is what they like, you know, what they sound like and their audiences and you know.
Do you ever feel like that kind of hinders maybe the audience reach by
Not
going up?
really. I mean, I feel like I know what I know what we sound like. I know what other people I know like the people that like us are into kind of things, and I know where we can push like we could try some stuff or go out and do some things. But there's a certain part where it's just like I don't feel like it like you know you're just pushing it too far.
Yeah,
And you're like yeah, like because I mean like some diversity is cool, but like I mean but black metal isn't really um a lot of people don't like it or just or it's too much for them. So like there's certain worlds where you just like if we played with some of those bands, even though musically maybe it fits, it would just be like the people in the crowd be like, "What the fuck is this?" You know, like or why are these guys on this? You know, there's things like that, and like more care less that they would like us this and that rather than us just like wasting our time being gone.
yeah.
Because
I
that
could,
stuff, especially as you get older, it's like it's not easy, and it takes a lot of time, and everybody has to leave home for like you know families and other things. So it's like if we're going to be doing it, it needs to be worth our time.
yeah, yeah, and I guess there's a balance there, right? But
I mean,
I
there's a
mean,
balance in there somewhere, and if too
yeah,
much stuff comes up, we figure that out. But except if the wind's not like if it's not like worth it to us to give up all the things, then why go? You know, kind of thing.
sure. No, I absolutely agree, right? Like
Yeah,
if it's not worth it for whatever reason, like there's no sense in going because it even if you go out and everyone, all the bands are really good friends, if you feel like you're letting go of something more important at home, then you're going to end up resenting being on the fucking road and then you don't want to go play.
yeah.
So I get it. I
Yeah, I mean
totally
that
get
kind
it.
of stuff. A band being out with bands they don't like on a tour, it's wrong for them. It's kind of stuff that makes bands break up.
Partially, yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of
I mean
reasons.
at certain levels, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. Like, I don't know. That kind of is what it is. What band do you want to go out on the road with?
I mean, obviously, like black metal things would be great. You know, like smaller stuff would be great to go out like Fordham Rife or we went out with Holder before that was great. Spectral Wound be another one. I love that band. You know, and then you know stuff like bigger things like it'd be like anything from like Mayhem to Wolves in the Throne Room and stuff like that would also be like tours would be like something would be awesome or I mean, that being aside, I wouldn't throw away things like it would be cool to go out some like classic bands like Deicide and other things like that too. So
Right. Yeah. So how do you feel the Acid Bath show's going to do?
it'll be great. We played with them in Denver at the Decibel Fest uh, in December, and the show was great because also on that Acid Bath show it's Obituary, High on Fire, Us, and Stabbing. So it's gonna be the show's gonna be nuts.
Yeah, that's going to be a killer fucking show.
Yeah,
Is that one in Houston?
yeah.
Right on. My buddy's the TM for High on Fire.
Who's your buddy?
His
I don't
name's
I don't know who TM's High on Fire anymore. So
it's Murph.
okay,
So he's in a band, Blessed Black. They're like a doomy rock and roll.
cool.
I think they're great. He's got a great voice, super good dude. Um, always, like does what he can to fucking take care of everyone around him.
Okay,
So when is that Acid Bath show?
March 28th.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna see him in Cleveland like
That's like
two.
all right.
Well, it's 2 weeks before that. It's like March 13th, I think.
I mean, the show's amazing. Like, I went to the second show. Like, I've been friends with Sammy for a long time, so like, it's really cool to see all this happen. I mean,
Yeah,
besides I like Acid Bath, especially like for the guys and all that, but the show just keeps getting better, and I mean, it's great.
it's really wild to see like all of the people who are all about it now, and I don't mean people our age. I mean like the kids.
Oh yeah, that's why the thing's so big is because like it's hit with people that are like weren't even almost some of them weren't alive when they stopped playing, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, my daughter's 19 and she she saw him at Louder Than Life and fucking loved it, dude. It was like, it's cool to see those faces and to see like this resurgence for them uh, after almost 30 fucking years of
Yeah, it's fun.
nothing, super fucking cool. Um, I don't know. You think they're gonna do new music?
I don't know. If they don't, I'll be fine with it. If they do, and I'll be stoked. So right now, I'm just kind of like, well, I'll see how it goes.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Whatever makes them fucking happy, right? Like, who gives a shit as long as we get to keep reaping the show rewards?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, let's fucking go to a show. What's been a band that you've played with that you never thought you would?
Danzig.
Okay.
Yeah,
Huh. That when was that?
2022. It was us, Cradle of Filth, and Crowbot went out on tour together. It was nuts.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
With Danzig. That hell yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it
What
was rad.
was
Especially Danzig was like super on tour, like super on fire that tour, and just was like it was right after COVID and or like right when shows started happening again, and the shows were all fucking great, and Danzig played well, and like it was just watching every night and stuff like that. Besides the fact of getting to play the show was really cool.
yeah. Did you learn something on that tour that you're gonna take with that you've taken with you in the future?
I mean, I'm sure I did, except I can't really tell you what it was. I mean, like a lot of things, like especially going out with different bands and stuff, is like you pick up things and it just becomes part of like what you do, and then sometimes it doesn't really remember like where it originated.
Yeah, that's fair. Is there something that sticks out like, oh man, I learned this on the road that I fucking always do?
Um, I don't know. Like, I feel like half the stuff I probably learned from Goat Whore with Ben just telling me like, you need this, son. Make sure you got this in the van, and this happens, whatever. You know, like whatever. Like, I've been playing with those guys off like in different bands and stuff from like forever. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. I wish Goatwhore would play some more,
I'm
but
sure they'll
I'm
be back. They're just like
not right now.
I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, but cool. We get Soylent Green and fucking acid
yeah,
bath.
yeah. We
So
got some on Green Acid Bats. So everything's good. Go to work. Come back later.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they'll get tired of that and go, okay, we're gonna do this again. Like, all right, let's do it. I got a couple of goat horror fucking drum heads sitting over there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fucking love them. So my wife, tell you a funny story. My wife's like a hippie. Okay.
Okay.
She loves the jam band shit. Me, not so much. So we were in Michigan to see, we're friends with the dudes in Battlecross. So we're up there seeing them. They're playing a show with Goat Horror, and it's like a festival thing. So Battlecross plays, and she looks at me and she's like, "Hey, we're gonna go." And I was like, "Cool, I'm gonna stay because Goat Horror, and I'm not fucking leaving this." She's like, "All right, cool. You love them. I'll wait and watch." So we stand TA side of the stage, like right up on the fucking rail,
Hmm.
and we watch the set get done. And she looks at me and she goes, "Oh my fucking God, they're so good." I was like, "Hell yeah, they are."
Yeah, they're
Like,
amazing.
yeah, like those dudes fucking they just rip it up. And I was pleased that she like was like, "Oh my God, I love them now." Like,
That's
yes.
awesome.
Yeah, my little sprinkling of Satan on my wife. Um, so, when this album releases,
Mhm.
do you have like any goals or thresholds that you would like to meet? And not necessarily with like album sales, but things you would like to see happen for the band?
Tour Europe, which is going to happen in the fall, and then I'd say the year after that, like play like kind of like go over to Europe to do like play some European festivals for the summer. I would say
Oh
those are
yeah.
their two, I would say big goals on that. So yeah, so one's
Okay.
already happening, and then hopefully the other one does too. So there we go.
Yeah. I mean, you do. the first one happens. I think the second one will be right
Yeah, I mean,
close
I'm pretty.
behind.
I'm like, I feel like it's already going to happen. So I'm just waiting. It's just take a little time to get everything rolling because it's far out. So we'll see. I'm pretty confident everything will roll with it though, so it'll be cool.
Hell yeah. What's the one festival you really want to play over there?
Beyond the Gates would be cool. Like some of the bigger festivals would be entertaining stuff. I don't, like I'm nice to do one of those things like Vakken or Hellfest or something. But like the cooler, more niche festivals, the ones I really like. So, but I mean, but I'm not going to complain about playing something big. Like it would be great to play some of those things.
Hell yeah, it would be super cool. And I think, the niche festivals, you are, I think, a lot more likely to gain a larger percentage of
Yeah, I feel like those
fans.
people look at the lineup and listen to you and do a bunch of things like that. Where when you're on the big festivals,
A lot of those people are there for like the headliners or
yeah, like
maybe the,
they're just at the festival. Like it doesn't really you don't sell any like you don't like really gain a ton of fans. They're just like cool, you played a good set.
you're like, yeah, fucker. I don't know. I mean, I think it depends. Some of the I think some of the smaller bands that like Louder Than Life, they play like the small stage. I don't even know what it's called, but I feel like their crowds are usually pretty big, and you see a lot of those folks like buying merch from those bands, which is nice.
Oh, that's cool.
But that's my extent of smaller bands, bigger festival, because I like smaller shit.
Yeah, I'm on the same page.
I want to like a 500 cap room is perfect for me.
Yeah, I'm on the same page.
Yeah, that's fucking cool. What's so you've got Europe in the pipeline, you've got India in the pipeline. Is there another place in the world that you'd really like to take the band?
I mean, South America would be good. We played Mexico, and Mexico is always great. So I feel like this South America would just be another thing on it that would be really cool.
I feel like they've got a um, pretty healthy appetite for the more extreme metals.
Yeah, agreed.
Huh. What got you into music to begin with?
Um, what is it? It started off in somewhere like my neighbor was into metal. My dad's had some friends visit from Norway when I was a kid that just came over here and bought like every metal album out at the time. I remember just like being young and looking at all the covers, like just kind of like, what is going on? This is crazy. But that's kind of how it all started.
That, that's cool. That's a cool place to start, having other people kind of introduce you to it. It was very similar for me. We had a guy that my dad was make the braces for, the Van braces,
Mm-hmm.
fucking all spiked up and shit, and he introduced me to so much metal. It's fucking great. He turned out to be a piece of shit, but the metal was great, dude. And I'll take that metal with me forever.
Yeah.
What's all the physical media you guys have coming out? CDs, album.
So, yeah, I think it's vinyl, CDs. I think that's it. I don't think we're doing a tape on this one.
Now, the album, I, I think it's a 2 LP album with an etching on side D. Is that right?
Yes. I
Yeah.
had a fight for that, so I'm really stoked that happened.
What's the etching?
We have like a sigil.
Nice.
I mean, it's supposed to come in sometime again, it's supposed to come in sometime this week. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, like that. It sounds really cool. Like I like when bands do unique shit with their records. So especially like the etchings.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like, cause what's it called? Or Season of Mist wouldn't let me, I guess, too like wouldn't let us get too far into like doing even like crazy colors. So it's real nice to have someone doing them to be like, cool, we're doing this stuff.
I love the idea of crazy colors
Yeah,
and liquid filled.
man, that liquid stuff's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I that new Megadeth album, they did a liquid filled one. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, dude.
I've seen a couple of people I know Like Savage Master and some other bands did that, and I was like, this is fucking crazy.
I fucking love Savage Master so much. They had I think the last one they did was a sand filled one.
Oh man, yeah, they do some crazy stuff with that. I love it.
Yeah. Those
Um, I got to get out of here in probably like the next 10 minutes. Just heads up.
okay. Well, we'll make this quick. This is that.
Oh, sick. Yeah, yeah. I always thought that was super cool. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, man, that's rad.
Yeah, they did pretty good. I mean, the album's man, but the fucking Liquid Filled's pretty dope.
Yeah, Liquid Field's great.
Fuck yeah. Um, but what's your favorite song on the album?
I don't know. Um, the album, like I feel like maybe the I don't know. Like I feel like the record kind of like came once it came together. It's kind of like a whole piece. I don't know if I have like a favorite.
Ooh,
Uh,
I like that. I like that a lot because I that's when I listen to music, I listen to it. I pick an album and go start to finish. It's hard to go, oh, I just want to listen to this song or that song. Like, I like the artist. I want to hear what that was.
no, I totally. I'm on the same page.
That's, I
Oh, I
think,
mean, don't get me wrong. There's occasionally a band where I'm like, but I feel like it's more in different genres where it's like the it'll be like, yeah, this one song. I'm like, just let me hear that one song. That's all I want to hear.
yeah, agreed, right? Like, I like that song. I don't really care anything else the fucking artist does. Let's move on. See what
Exactly.
else they've got. All right, Christian. I'm not going to keep you. I'm going to let you get back to your day.
Thanks for
Um,
having me, man.
I appreciate your time, dude. Go and have yourself a great day.
Okay, you too.
Thanks. See ya.